Good morning, guys. I hope all of you had a very nice night last night. Now sit the down. We got a game to watch. So we got a wicked game today, guys. We got Chicago Blackhawks taking on their divisional rivals, the Minnesota Wild. This game is going to be awesome. The Wild are on top of the division right now with 92 points, but the Blackhawks are right below them with 89. Now, these two teams have been neck and neck literally all season long, and it's come down to this game here. Last time these guys played, Hawks ended up beating the Wild 5-3. Now, that was a wicked game, and if you missed that one, you can catch that one on one of my play-by-plays. I did that game. Awesome game, super back and forth. Ever since that game, I've been waiting for today. I've said it many times before. Personally, I think that the West Coast is going to come down to these two teams, which are going to meet in a playoff matchup. And the winner of these two teams is going to go on to fight for the cup. That's just my opinion. That's what I believe. Who knows? I look for Wild to come out in this one and get an early jump, you know, try and get that early goal. But again, at the same time, I don't see Chicago sitting back. I think these two teams really respect each other at the end of the day, and they know the firepower that each team has. If you watched my 4 games to catch, this was my #1 game. These two guys are huge division rivals. They f***ing hate each other. This game is going to be awesome. I am stoked. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Woo! I am pumped for this one, guys. Again, if you saw my top 4 upcoming games, this was my #1 game to catch. And it's happening right now. Yeah. Look at this, like 20 seconds into the game, Kane gets the first goal. All right, Minnie, let's wake up here. I mean Minnesota Wild. Well, Panarin gets another goal on the board for the Chicago Blackhawks. They're up 2-0 now. Wild still sleeping here. They need to go have a couple cups of coffee. He's pulling Dubnyk. Wow. So they were losing to Florida that game, and they ended up pulling and doing a goalie switch, and they ended up winning 7-4. So we'll see if this can help spark Minnesota Wild. Okay, here's another cool thing to note. As Devan Dubnyk was leaving and he was passing by his bench, a couple of the guys were giving him a pat on the back, pokes with the stick, you know, saying, hey, listen, like, don't worry about it. Like, shit happens, and, like, we got your back on this. And that is another characteristic of a championship team. You know what? Guys are going to have their off night. Sometimes it's forwards, sometimes it's defensemen, and sometimes it's the goalies. You got to stand up for your buddies and say, hey, listen, don't worry about it. We'll move on. We'll get past this. And we'll figure this out. So I like to see that. That's good. Okay, so we're 10 minutes into the first now, and the Wild have had a few cups of coffee, and they're coming hard. Got quite a few big hits now, mostly from Minnesota, but the Hawks have also had some. Oh, and there it is. The Wild get their first goal of the game. What was I talking about? Cut the deficit to 1. We got a 2-1 hockey game now, guys. Oh, Hawks made a nice rush up, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Oh, one of the Wild just hit the post. Man, they're coming hard. But so is Chicago. It's been, for the rest of the period, it's been pretty close, pretty back and forth. Nice. So Wild are getting a late power play here. Try and get the equalizer pretty quick. We got about 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first. They got a nice little chance here to tie up the game going into the second. So that's the end of the first period. The Wild didn't even get a shot on that power play. Chicago just knocked it down every chance they got. They're obviously going to hope to take that momentum going into the second. And the Wild kind of need to regroup a little bit and kind of try and get back to where they were to when they got that last goal. Awesome. Awesome first period, and I'm excited for the second one. Okay, guys, here we go. Here's the start of the second. Already, Wild is taking it right to the Hawks. I'm thinking they got an earful from Bruce Boudreau in the locker room there saying, hey, guys, I didn't like the start of the first, so I want you to make it up to me. make it up to yourselves. Come out hard in the second to start it. Let's get the momentum going. Let's get this tying goal so we don't have to worry about it. The Wild made a huge turnover on the Blackhawks. Had a huge chance to tie it. They couldn't do it. Wild are creating some huge chances in the Chicago zone. Still haven't got that equalizer yet. In fact, this is a much better period for the Wild. And if they keep coming at this pace, I don't see them not tying the game. Oh, well, there you go. Chicago take another step forward. They go up 3-1 on the rush. Hawks come down and they find the back of the net. Great back and forth action. Wild had it in the Chicago zone, just trying to get another one, trying to come right back. And then Chicago brings it right back down and gets another great chance to try and make it 4-1. Fantastic game so far. I'm really impressed. Just because Wild's down 3-1 does not mean they can't come back in this hockey game. There is tons of time left. Oh, we got a bit of rough stuff here. Nice little scramble in the Wild zone. Wild are getting close to getting that next goal. Try and get them back into this game here. This game's crazy. Back and forth action like no tomorrow. Just chances on both ends of the ice. Niederreiter had a bit of a breakaway there. Just couldn't find his own rebound. A rush on one side leads to a rush on the other. Wild come down, get the shot on net. What happens? Hawks grab it, take it right back up the rink. Oh! Shot that went wide from the Hawks. That's why I was getting excited. I thought it was going in. Another great chance from the Hawks. There's just under 5 minutes left in the second. Super close game. Super back and forth. Huge save from Kemper. Man, this game is nuts. Oh, here come the Wild now. Shot on net. Just wide. Great chance for Wild to get another goal here. Wild still working it in the zone. Oh, Crawford made a huge save. This game is feeling like a playoff game. You can tell both teams really, really want it. I'm loving this. The Wild's forechecking has been phenomenal this second period. Still haven't been able to get a goal, but it led to quite a few chances in the Chicago zone. Okay, so that's it for the second period. Holy crap, this is feeling like a playoff game. Please, please let us see a playoff series between these two. It'll be incredible. All right, guys, so here's the start of the third. Granlund brings it down, breaks the deficit in half. Wild are down by 1 now. And just like that, Wild is right back in this game. Hawks getting a few good chances here, throwing it on the net. So one of the Wild is getting a penalty for delay of game. Stupid penalty, flicked it over the side. We're just over 3 minutes into the third. So we'll see if the Blackhawks again can take another step separating them from the Wild. Wild getting some shorthanded chances here. A little bit of forechecking, even though they're down a man. One of the Hawks just hit the pipes. They're still working it around. They got about 15 seconds left on that power play. Oh, that was close. My goodness. So far, I'm extremely impressed with both teams' performance. You can tell they're both so focused on hockey and just where they need to be, where they want the puck, forechecking, back checking. There hasn't been a lot of rough stuff. Oh, breakaway to save by Crawford. Oh, man. Like I said, there hasn't been a lot of rough stuff, but it has been fantastic hockey. Just insane chances on both sides. Holy cow, this third period is off the hook. Yes, I just said that. Oh, man, the Wild are coming hard. They are so hungry for this goal. They want to tie this game up and tie it up quick. Oh, another save by Crawford. My God, what a period. They're doing everything in their power to keep it in the Chicago zone. Oh, Hossa with a breakaway. Chicago goes up 4-2. I hate to say it, but the game is pretty much done. You know what, I can't I can't feel sad or disappointed because these two teams put on a clinic today. Still a minute 30 left, but I'm thinking that this is pretty much going to be about it. And that'll do it, guys. Blackhawks win with a final score of 4-2 over the Minnesota Wild. I've said it about 15 times already, but fucking awesome game. So from here all the way to the end of the season, all the way through playoffs, hockey is just going to get more intense, more exciting, and all the more awesome. Stay tuned, guys. Lots more coming up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Wow, wow. Wild didn't even get a shot on that power. Huge turnover. No.